Good day, everybody. Welcome back to the channel. If you've come looking for Lego and alt brick and brick stuff and analysis and whatever, you've come to the right place because that's what we do. And today I'm really excited about this set. Kim and I have lately been on a bit of a binge of medieval sets. Initially, a year and a half ago, 2 years, when we really started getting into bricks and Lego and decided to start the channel, the medieval stuff didn't really appeal to me, at least. She always thought it was kind of cool, and I was like, nah, our money is better spent elsewhere. However, recently, I've really been getting into this whole medieval Viking theme thing, and we've been getting a lot of those sets. We have an ultimate goal with all those, which we'll share with you later on. But for now, today, getting I think one of the best ones. Going to be building the LEGO Viking Village Ideas set, part number 21345, with 2,103 pieces at 4 minifigs. So we saw this, we paid full price for this on lego.com. I think, what, 130 bucks, something like that, if I remember right. Kim will correct me over my head if I'm wrong. So we're going to build this today, then we're going to do a review. It's going to take quite a while. I'm not going to bother with a speed build on this one, but we'll come back to it, maybe stop along the way if something of real interest points out. But we will see you either on the backside or halfway in the middle. Alrighty, just finished up the Viking Village. It's the next day. I kind of started the intro and the build later in the afternoon yesterday, so I decided to finish it up today. Took a shower, put on a clean shirt. Total build time, I want to say, was maybe about 4.5 hours, something like that. That could be a longer build time if you wanted to. You know, when we're building sets for the channel, we tend to go quite a bit faster. You could easily, if you wanted to, really savor the build experience, you could take a lot longer. I like this set a lot. There's a couple things I'm going to show you that I really like, and there's a couple of disappointments. Some of the disappointments might have to do with the price point. This is a $130 set. For Lego, for something this size, I actually consider that to be a really good value. To me, for Lego, that is cheap. Where did they skimp? Where they skimped, I think, was the water. The water's pretty disappointing. It is just blue base plates, basically, or blue plates. There's maybe a couple of the blue translucent pieces you put in. So the water is just, well, it's not really water. It's just kind of flat. There's also some other flat areas as well. They could have put in more round 1x1s in a variety of colors, tans and browns, to make it look more cobblestone-y, basically. So they kind of skimped on that area as well. I would have liked to have seen more wood elements along like the dock and the pier. And so that's really the biggest bugaboos about this set. Overall, though, it's really good. Oh, another negative thing. You only get 4 minifigs. The positive of that, I'm going to show them to you in a second. The minifigs are awesome. The minifigs are brilliant. The printing is beautiful. I am in love with those 4 minifigs. So at least they're good quality minifigs. What I also like is that it's a full 360 build. So you can take the roof off to see the inside. I'm showing you a picture right now if Kim puts that over my shoulder. So it can be like a play set as well, but it really just displays really nice. I'm looking at the instruction manual. The fan designer, he goes by the name Brickhammer in the Lego community. I guess his name is Florian. He's from Germany. And it shows 2 pictures of his original submissions. And I got to say, the end product, you can see it, I'm showing you right now the pictures in the instruction manual. The end product here doesn't really look anything like what he designed. Maybe it was a combination of both. The end product really doesn't look much like it. You can decide for yourself, but I'm looking at both of them right now, comparing it to this, and it doesn't. That's not a bad thing, not a good thing. It's just a thing, because I still think this set is really good looking. On the box art, when I first saw this thing on the box art, I just really did fall in love with it. I think it's how they kind of present it. Build quality-wise, again, Lego, they say it's 18 plus. No, there were very few pieces per step to put in. The instructions were very clear. If you have I've said this before with some other Lego builds. I think I mentioned it about the Beauty and the Beast castle. If you've got a kid who's, 11, 12, 13, and they've put together a few sets, I mean, this would be easy for them. There were only a couple of times where I really had to look carefully at the instructions because, you know, a piece might be behind another piece, but they give you the little red outline. It was pretty easy to figure out, and if you made a mistake, it wasn't an impossible thing to have to deconstruct. So 18 plus, and I've been really disagreeing with LEGO recently on what they consider to be 18 plus. I just don't think that's the case with this set at all. Let's take a little bit deeper dive in, and we'll show you some of the details and an up close of these beautiful minifigs. Here are the 4 minifigs with the set, and I gotta say, they do not disappoint. The research I was doing, I found that 2 of these minifigs are exclusive to this set, and 2 others can be found in a 3-in-1 creator, a Viking boat from a couple years ago. I'm sorry I don't have that information readily at hand, but the minifigs are so great. You can see the printing on the front, and the printing on the legs is incredible as well. You get a couple of extra shields that I put there. The hair pieces are great. The helmets are great. The designer points out that the horns are not historically accurate, but hey, they're fun, right? You also get some hammers, you get a bow and arrow, you get a quiver. They are just so good, and especially if you look at the printing down there on the legs, just absolutely beautiful. These are some of the most detailed minifigs that I have ever seen. Put in the comments if you've seen some better ones or some that are equally detailed, but also the printing on the back is great as well. Just really high quality minifigs. Here is the Viking Village set. You'll notice I haven't put it together yet because it connects in a method that I have not seen yet. And let me show you what I mean. I've zoomed in on the little hook there, and you can see that it's one of the hooky deals that just goes right into a stud, and then it connects to some bars that you install on the other side of the base plate. And you can see that this is a full Mills plate, which is really, really kind of nice. So let me zoom back out. Let me put this thing together. I didn't want to put it together to move it because Technic I kind of trust. I haven't really done anything with this yet. Let's see if I can do this. There we go. Ah, you heard the nice click. So you see what I mean about the water. There's only a couple of translucent pieces. I would have liked to have had this whole thing be those translucent blue pieces to make it look way more watery. I do appreciate the fact that they gave some wedges, which kind of when you put along with the flat ones looks more like waves, so that would be pretty good. Not a big fan of just how flat the area of the pier or the dock is. I would have liked to have maybe some wood elements in there like I mentioned. You can also see all the cobblestones. Would have been nice to add in some more cobblestones over here of different color just to make it more kind of cobblestone-y. We have some functional doors going into the Great Hall that look really fantastic. I'm a big fan of those doors. You also have a door going up to the watchtower along with the stone staircase, which is pretty slick. I like that a lot. The rope bridge is probably the highlight maybe of the set just because it goes over that watchtower, and how it's put together is really, really cool. To the left, it's kind of hard to see, and I'm having a hard time getting the camera down there, but here's the forge, and there's a helmet in there, and a sword, and some other various tools. We also have a cool little headstone kind of piece. I'm not sure what that would even say. Also, I forgot to point this out. I forgot to mention this before. I think this might be the first LEGO set I've ever had that had no stickers. Everything in here was a printed piece. Please leave in the comments, have you ever seen that before? Are there any other LEGO sets out there that don't use stickers at all? I was really surprised by that everything was printed, especially the little design up here on the roof. That's all printed pieces. The shields are all printed pieces. You got a cool little shield over here on the watchtower, which is a lot of fun. So very cool. Love the fact that there was no stickers. That's a premium kind of a thing. Here's the backside of the build. Like I said, full 360, so this would integrate so well into any kind of medieval village or medieval type city that you have going on. It just looks really good from the back. I heard some people, when I was looking online, some people were a little disappointed with the roof. I think the roof looks pretty good. It does, from a distance, it kind of looks like thatch. I don't know if that's historically accurate or not, but I think it looks pretty good. You could have added some more stuff in. I'm a little confused about the white. I don't understand the white. And it's like, did it snow? Is the snow melting? Maybe that's what's going on. But it's very kind of strange to have some of those white pieces there. One kind of cool little secret extra is this cave underneath the watchtower building. That's kind of fun. I would have liked it better if they would have put some, like, you know, treasure or hidden jewels in there. But again, if you want to add some stuff to this build, you could totally do that and make that little cave a lot cooler. So at the end of the day, I really do like this set a lot. Do I wish it was maybe a little bit more expensive to get rid of some of these? It may be. But if this is something that you're going to hold on to and maybe you could expand on and make it even better yourself just by adding more cobblestone, doing something to the water, that would take this set from like an 85% to a 95%. That would look really good. The minifigs, again, are wonderful. Would have been nice to have more of them, but I'll take what I can get when they're that quality. So I hope you've enjoyed this review of the Viking Village. Please leave a thumbs up, maybe hit subscribe, leave a comment down below, and we will see you next time for another cool build. Thanks. Bye.